Okay. So as we get started here, I just want to thank our panelists for being here to present their college, university, their institution. They are the experts and are here to guide the students and the parents that are tuning into this. A few things that you need to know for this virtual college fair that's going to be very important is our panelists cannot see you or hear you. So if you have a question for them that you'd like them to answer during this 45 minutes, you're going to need to click that Q&A button. It's either at the top of your screen or at the bottom. So that Q&A button, you can type a question to one of our panelists or to all of them, and they can answer it during this 45-minute session. Again, your microphone and your camera off, but this is being recorded. So if there's information you've missed, or if there's something in the chat that you'd like to get, less than a week, this will be up on strivescan.com/Ohio, and you'll be able to access the video and the chat. And it's always important to just kind of pay attention to that chat, because I know that our panelists will be putting in contact information and important links for you. So I will also put that information in the chat for you, and we will get started and kick it off with West Liberty University.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And hi, everyone. Thanks so much for your interest in looking at some of the incredible schools throughout the state of West Virginia today. My name's Aaron Kuhn, and I represent West Liberty University, located in the northern panhandle of the state. So West Liberty is the oldest institution of higher learning, and we offer something truly unique. You're going to see a lot of great schools today from around the state, but West Liberty is the oldest, and we just offer something completely different than you'll find, not just in West Virginia, but throughout the country. So I like to start off every presentation with a brief video that I think does a great job of showing you who we are and what we do at West Liberty University.
There's a place where family and tradition are forged in the West Virginia hills, strengthened by the inspiration of a world-class education, where hands-on learning is encouraged and applied. A community where you will be supported and be inspired to support others. An experience that is more than just a university, it's a place you'll call home. A legacy you'll leave for generations to come. It's all here at West Liberty University.
Okay, so I hope that you could both see and hear that. I know Zoom can be a little touchy sometimes, but I'm West Liberty alum. I did my undergraduate and graduate degrees both at West Lib. Two things I have to point out from that video. The first is where they say where hands-on learning is encouraged and applied. I think that more so than anything else describes what we're all about. Our teachers not only are really engaging lecturers, but they're great at giving students practical experiences and knowledge that gets them from point A to point B. We ultimately want you to get the experience you need to excel. The second thing is that it's all here. Anything you want out of your college experience, even things you might typically associate with a larger institution or a private institution, you can do at West Liberty, but you can do it in an intimate setting with personalized attention, and you can do it at an affordable cost. So just to give you some fast facts, here's a quick look at what we have to offer. Again, we're a relatively small school with around 2,500 students, an average class size of 25, and a student faculty ratio of 15:1. So I like to describe West Liberty as a public institution that's almost disguised as a private institution. Again, you get that personalized attention that you want, but you get that affordability as well. 90% of West Liberty students receive some type of financial aid, and we award $6 million in scholarships. Again, for a state institution with around 2,500 students, that's a pretty incredible in comparison to other institutions of our size. We do offer over 70 majors of study in arts and media, in business, in education and human performance, in liberal arts, and then the sciences. And that's what we're really known for, specifically health sciences with programs like dental hygiene, and biological sciences with really unique programs in pre-professional bio, as well as zoo science and applied conservation. I mentioned earlier that we have a really big focus at West Lib on practicum. So to give you an idea of what I mean, ZooSci, for example, we have over 300 animals on campus. When you enter freshman year, you're interacting with animals every single day. And then you move on to the Oglebay Goods Zoo, which is about 10 minutes from our campus. And again, you're getting practical hands-on experiences. We are NCAA Division II for athletics. We're part of the Mountain East Conference, so there's a good bit of scholarship opportunities there. And I mentioned we are the oldest institution in the state. So you get to really be part of a really cool legacy that is West Liberty, an institution that is older than the state of West Virginia itself. Here's a visual just to give you an idea of where we're located in the state. Depending on where you live in Ohio, you might live closer to our campus than in-state residents. So for that reason, we do offer a metro rate to neighboring counties in the state of Ohio, as well as Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia. And we are very purposefully, very strategically just as affordable, if not more affordable than the institutions that compare to us in Ohio. So we have no application fee. There's no application deadline. If you're a senior, there's still plenty of time to get through the registration process for fall 2021. If you're a junior joining us tonight, you can apply as early as this summer. So our application for fall 2022 actually opens June 1st. So again, free application, 100% online. No deadline, but a lot of flexibility in terms of opening early. Here's a look at merit-based academic scholarships. So when you apply for admission, you automatically apply for these scholarships. There's no additional application, there's no essay. If you have that GPA and you have one of those test scores, you automatically get that scholarship. And they range for first-time freshmen from $1,000 annually, renewable for up to 4 years, to a full ride, full tuition fees, room and board, 4-year scholarship. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what you're studying. If you have that GPA and you have one of those test scores, you qualify. I do want to mention that we did go test optional for fall 2021, and that will likely continue into the future. But although we are test optional, we're still requiring some type of test score to qualify for academic scholarships. In addition to the Scholars Program, we do have athletic scholarships for Division II. Again, I recommend connecting with coaches. We have artistic scholarships for music, dance, digital media, visual communication design. Those are based on auditions or portfolio reviews, maybe an interview with faculty for your specific major. Every member of West Liberty's marching band is on scholarship. It's an automatic scholarship, and then there's additional funds available based on talent, based on your audition, and based on the instrument and the needs of the band, of course. And then in addition to all of that, depending on your major, there are other scholarship opportunities that would be listed on your program's website. So I can certainly give you more information depending on your specific interest. Our campus is open for tours currently, so we're doing a number of virtual events like this. We just launched a brand new virtual tour, so if you want to see campus but you're not able to get to campus, or you don't feel comfortable on campus yet, you can get a really good inside look at our campus. As you can see, it's pretty historic and really, really beautiful, so we encourage you to visit. And I did add a QR code there if you want to jump on and sign up. Otherwise, I'll drop my contact information in the chat, and we hope to see you at West Liberty in the very near future.
Thank you very much. Okay, so next up we have Marshall University.
Hi, everybody. My name is Matthew Groves, and I am a recruitment coordinator for Marshall University. A little bit about myself. I graduated from high school back in 2015, and then I actually immediately went to Marshall, and I started studying at Marshall, where I eventually obtained a degree in journalism, and then I minored in English, and I minored in film studies as well while I was a student. I absolutely loved my time as a student, and I'm really looking forward to having the opportunity to share a little bit more information about the university with you all. So a couple of things that I do want to touch on. We are what is considered a mid-sized university. So we have around a grand total of between 13,000 to 14,000 total students that attend Marshall. But one thing that makes us really unique is that our student to faculty ratio is 18 students to 1 faculty member. So what that means is that you have every single benefit of a really, really large university, but you have class sizes that feel like they belong at a private institution, but at the affordability of a state institution. We have a variety of colleges and over 90 different degree programs. Those are broken up into our College of Arts and Media, our Lewis College of Business, our College of Education and Professional Development, our College of Health Professions, our College of Engineering and Computer Sciences, our College of Liberal Arts, our College of Science, and also our University College, which is primarily for undecided majors. With Marshall, if you don't know exactly what you want to go into right off the bat, that is perfectly fine. You're able to come in, we will still partner you up with an academic advisor who will be there to give you advice as you go through the process of figuring out what exactly it is that you want to do. So with Marshall, our admissions requirements fluctuate depending on what a student's GPA is versus what their standardized test scores are. So if you have a 2.0 GPA, we require a 19 composite on the ACT or a 990 on the SAT. Or if you have a 3.0 GPA, we require 16 on the ACT or an 880 on the SAT. So the higher your GPA is, the lower your test scores have to be. The lower your GPA is, the higher your test scores have to be. We do have a few majors with special requirements, and those include music, nursing, both the Bachelor's of Science in Nursing and the Associate's degree in Nursing, medical imaging, our College of Engineering and Computer Sciences, and also our College of Science. If you would like to know what the specific criteria for those are, definitely feel free to ask me a question over in the Q&A section. I would be happy to answer that for you. So this right here is a look at our merit-based scholarships. So you can see that there are classifications for resident, metro, and non-resident. So with Marshall University, we are located in Huntington, West Virginia, which is right at the meeting point of Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia. So although we do have residential tuition and non-residential or out-of-state tuition for 6 counties in Ohio, we do offer a metro tuition rate, and that is valid for the counties of Gallia, Jackson, Lawrence, Meigs, Pike, and Scioto County. What these scholarships are these are merit-based scholarships. So as I'm sure a lot of you are aware, a lot of scholarships in this world, you're going to have to fill out an application for. You are going to have to maybe write an essay, perhaps even go on and do an interview. And then at the end of it, it's possible you won't get that scholarship. These scholarships are solely based on your merit and your merit alone. So if you meet the qualifications for the scholarship level, whenever you are graduating from high school, then that is money that you can count on being reduced from your tuition, and they are renewable for up to 4 years. So if you do have a 3.5 GPA and a 26 on the ACT or a 1230 on the SAT, that is automatically worth $5,000 for you. So you can, for up to 4 years, automatically count on that $5,000 being subtracted. So in terms of student support, we have our Career Services Center. They host mock interviews, job shadowing, resume help, interview prep sessions. One of our main goals is we don't just want to make sure that you are academically prepared for life. We also want to make sure that you are prepared for a postgraduate professional world. And our Career Services Center does a great job of that. Tutoring is included by you being a student. So if you are looking for a little bit of additional help or a little bit of additional assistance while you're a student, you automatically have that guaranteed. We have free mental health resources on campus for students to be able to access. And we have counselors on call 24/7. No matter what time of day or what time of night it is, if a student wants somebody to talk to, there's going to be somebody there for you to talk to. Our Writing Center is a free resource for you to be able to have papers proofread and peer reviewed. So that way, when you do submit it to your professor, it's the best possible paper that it can be. Every single student has an academic advisor who is there to just give you advice on scheduling. Student health is an offering of Marshall Health at the Cabell Huntington Hospital, half a mile down from campus, and they provide treatment for acute illnesses, and they give out university excused absences. And of course, we have our Marshall University Police Department right on campus. In terms of student activities, our campus activities board does a great job of making sure there are movie nights, game nights, DIY nights, and just always something going on for students to do. With the Marshall Artist Series, nationally acclaimed performers and performance groups come through Huntington, and students will get free tickets. While I was a student, I got to see lots of national Broadway shows like Mamma Mia and Rent in Chicago, musicians like Andy Grammer, Gavin DeGraw, the Beach Boys, stand-up comedians like John Mulaney, Anthony Jeselnik, Steve Martin, Martin Short, they've all come through. The recreation center is included by you being a student. It's a 3-story workout facility that you'll have access to. Athletics, we are a Division I school in NCAA, and we compete in Conference USA. All tickets to all home sporting events are free for you to be able to go to. With fraternity and sorority life, we have a variety of Greek life organizations on campus for you to be able to look into. We have a study abroad office if you're interested in studying somewhere else in the world and still getting a high quality education while exploring. And we have over 250 different clubs and organizations on campus for you to be able to be a part of. I'll type this over in the chat, but if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out. Again, my name is Matthew Groves. We are open for in-person tours, so definitely come stop by, and we will be hosting a Green and White Day open house on April 16th and April 17th. Thank you all very much.
Great, thank you so much. Next up, we have Concord University.
I guess it would help if I was off mute. Good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Amy Walker. I'm an admissions counselor at Concord University. Our main location is in Athens. We also have a satellite campus in Beckley. So I'll go on to tell you a little bit more. I'm also the admissions counselor that covers all students from Ohio. So we're, like I mentioned, in Athens, so that's in southern West Virginia. We were founded in 1872 as a state normal school. We offer over 60 undergraduate programs of study, and now 5 graduate degree programs. That's in athletic training, 2 for education, master's in social work, as well as master's in health promotion. We also like to emphasize how we offer a lot of scholarship money for our students. We are first in the state of West Virginia for students graduating with the least amount of debt. So we take pride in that. Admissions requirements. So our test scores have been waived for admission in regards to this incoming class. If your GPA is a 2.5 or above in college prep coursework, that's kind of like an automated sort of guarantee. However, we do require that your GPA overall is 2.0. We do encourage our students to take the ACT and SAT. We need at least a 950 or an 18. We have over 110 full-time faculty. Our student-professor ratio is about 14:1. Our average class size is actually around the same, so it's around 15. So we want to make sure that you guys get the individualized attention, so you become very strengthened in your field of study. All classes are taught by professors. You'll never have a graduate assistant teach you or a teaching assistant, and all of your advisors will be an academic professor in your area. We also like to advocate some on our performing arts. We have a variety of stage productions. If you're interested in theater, band, or both, we have different kinds of vocal ensembles, jazz ensembles, as well as dance. There's potential scholarship money for all that I just mentioned. We also have a television station on campus as well as a radio station. So even if you're not interested in broadcasting for a program of study, but you're wanting to do it as a hobby, that's definitely something that you can do. And plus, it's a fun elective credit. So this is just a short snippet of our student activities. We have over 70 programs to be a part of. We offer intramural sports, Greek life, Bonner Scholars program, which is, I'll drop a link about that. It's a really great program that we're pushing for our students, as well as political organizations. And we're nestled in southern West Virginia and amongst the mountains. We just recently wrapped up ski season at Winter Place. Snowshoe is still open. Then we also have golfing nearby at Pipestem State Parks near us, where we offered zip lining, as well as hiking, fishing. There's other places where you can do that as well, near to the Appalachian Trail. So if you're not as outdoorsy, but you're interested in trying something new, you can definitely be a part of that at Concord. We're NCAA Division II in regards to athletics, which means potential scholarship money. So if you're interested in getting in contact with a coach, please go to cumountainlions.com. We are also in esports. We have a varsity team. So if you're interested in trying out, we have League of Legends, Overwatch, Call of Duty, Valorant, and Smash. There's potential scholarship money for that as well. Just simply go to concord.edu/esports. Residence life. So we have altogether a little under 2,000 students. About 700 students reside on campus right now. We have 6 different resident halls, 2 different types of resident halls, which is suite style or traditional style dorms. It just varies upon your preference. If your parents are cool with it, you can have a car on campus your freshman year. It's only $25 a semester. We have a wide variety of activities for our students. We have students represented from about 30 different states and 34 different countries. And of course, we want to throw in the dining options. Our cafeteria is really great. It's well-rounded. So if you have special dietary needs or just you like more unique things, we offer that for you. We also have Starbucks, Subway, and Wingspan, which I kind of refer that to a little bit like a mini Buffalo Wild Wings. And all of our meal plan costs are the same. So just depends upon your preference. You get to choose. And I'm sure all these other institutions with me tonight will agree that public safety is our top priority for you all. We have over 400 cameras on campus. Our police officers, they get to know you. They really want to be part of the community. They even get involved in intramural sports and that sort of thing sometimes. They just want to make sure it's a safe environment. We want to make sure it's a safe environment for you to learn in. So scholarships, they start at least at a 3.0 for this incoming class. And then if they get higher, if you have a 3.0 and a 960 or an 18, then I want to skip down to the bottom of this slide. So we have a tuition reduction program for our students. You qualify for one of 3. So if your parent's a teacher, or if you're living in a border county, or if you're interested in a certain group of our majors, you can take a screenshot here of these. There are more popular majors. We offer tuition reduction for that. And our scholarships are renewable every year, contingent upon your GPA. And so we continue to offer those. And please take a chance to follow us on social media if you're not already. If you have any questions, you can always direct them to admissions@concord.edu. I'm also on the bottom left corner, and I'm A. Walker at concord.edu if you have any questions as well. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. All right, next up we have Fairmont State University.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Teresa. I'm an admissions counselor at Fairmont State University. With me tonight is Drew Siders, who is our Falcon Field representative in the state of Ohio. So he is able to travel throughout Ohio and help you guys with anything that you would need throughout your time. Fairmont State University is located in the north central part of West Virginia. We are approximately about 3.5 hours away from Columbus, Ohio, and 3.5 hours away from Cleveland, Ohio. So we're not too far away. We are surrounded by a lot of nature, so there's a lot of things that you can get involved in. We are pretty close, with 15 to 20 minutes from 2 different state parks, Valley Falls, as well as Tigert Valley, both of which are really great places to kind of escape from campus and just enjoy the peaceful outdoors life. Also, we're only about a 45-minute drive to some hiking trails as well as rock climbing up at Cooper's Rock. And then always about a 2-hour drive to any skiing or snowboarding areas as well. On our campus, we have about 120 acres, tree-filled campus. It's gorgeous in the fall time. That's middle picture here is of what I call the heart of our university, the Falcon Center. The Falcon Center houses 2 basketball courts, has a fitness center, our Chick-fil-A, Chalaca, which is a Mexican style grill, our full service Starbucks, our dining hall, our student service centers, as well as a 7-lane lap pool that you are able to enjoy as a student. We also do have an 8-mile or quarter 8-mile track as well that you are able to use. At Fairmont State, we do offer over 100 different programs of study, over 50 of those programs being just for undergraduate degrees. We do have some programs that you can't find anywhere else in the state of West Virginia, some of those being the FAA Flight 141 Flight School, our architecture program, our national security intelligence, as well as our community health education program. And all of these programs we would be happy to help you with. If you're undecided about what you want to do exactly in school, don't worry. We do have our academic pathways where you can actually do a cluster of programs, for example, in business, and be able to examine each realm of the business program without losing a year of school. We are in the Division II Mountain East Conference, NCAA. We do offer scholarships as well. And we do have 17 sports between men's and women's. As a student at Fairmont State University, you do get free admission to all of our home games. We also do have over 50 different clubs and organizations on our campus, a very vibrant and active Greek life. We have 3 sororities and 3 fraternities, along with professional and departmental Greek life as well. We also do have things like the Baja Buggy Club, which you do not have to be in engineering to just be a part of the club. However, to participate in the actual competition, you do have to be a mechanical engineering student. When it comes to cost and value, at our campus, we do have one of the lowest tuition rates in the region. This is going to show you guys just kind of an overview of what the metro rate would look like. The metro rate is offered to those states surrounding West Virginia. So Ohio is one of those states, of course. With the metro rate, it does give you about $5,000 off of what a normal out-of-state tuition would be at Fairmont State. Also new for this fall 2021 class, we are offering a Metro Scholarship. The Metro Scholarship, you must have a 3.5 or higher GPA, a 24 ACT, or an 1160 SAT. However, for general admission, all you must have is a 2.0 overall GPA for school, and that you can submit whenever you submit your application. We did waive our test scores for the fall 2021. We're not sure if we will continue that in the fall 22 or not, but we are hopeful to find out by this summer. I just kind of went over what the general admission process is. We do offer a free application online at fairmontstate.edu/apply. And you can apply at any time for free, no cost. After you apply, you will be able to submit your transcripts from your school, have them come directly from your school to our university, and we'll be able to verify. And within about a week, we are able to get you your application decision out. Also, Fairmont State will be hosting our annual Maroon and White Week. It kicks off April 11th. And the great thing about this year's is during our 6 p.m. sessions, we are going to be offering a scholarship. And that is a $500 scholarship, which will be renewable every year for 4 years. You can sign up for any of these sessions. There's a whole list of sessions that is degree focused, general Fairmont State knowledge, housing, financial aid, all kinds of things that you're able to review. We also do offer a parent night on that Monday night, April the 12th. So it's definitely something to get involved in. The only night we are not offering the SOAR scholarship is going to be Thursday night, April 15th, but please check out all the other sessions. Talking a little bit about housing, we do have 5 different housing units on our campus, 3 of which are traditional residence halls, and then we have 2 suite style residence halls, and one of those residence halls also does have apartments in it. As an incoming freshman, you are able to pick whichever residence hall you would like to reside in. Unfortunately, you are not able to select an apartment at that time. You have to wait until your sophomore year. Also, you can have your car on campus for free as soon as you start, very first day, freshman year. And that fee is actually built into your tuition and fees. You can scan that QR code to select us for more information. And I'll also be putting some quick links to a Maroon and White in our chat. My name again is Teresa Twig, and my phone number there listed is my cell phone number, 304-612-4358. Thanks so much, guys. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you. Next up, we have Wheeling University.
Hey, good evening, guys. My name is Byron Maris. I'm from Wheeling University, and I'm actually the admissions rep for the Ohio area. So I'm going to be your main point of contact if you plan on applying. Just to give you a little bit of a snapshot of what kind of diversity we have on our campus. We have kids from about 15 different countries and 33 different states. We like to say we excel at having smaller class sizes. Our average class size is about 15 students per class, with a student to faculty ratio to 11-1. We were also named Best Regional University in West Virginia by the 2021 U.S. News and World Report Best Colleges Rankings. And this is just our global footprint, just so you guys can kind of get an idea of what type of students you're going to be interacting with. It's not often, I like to say, that being in such a smaller institution setting located in Wheeling, West Virginia, that you're going to be interacting with such a diverse student body. Usually when kids think about interacting with tons of international students, they think of big time universities, but that's not always the case. We're getting a lot of the students from all across the globe, which is something fun and exciting and brings a lot of new experiences to Wheeling. In the tradition of educational excellence, oh man, forgive me. A life that is socially responsible, a leader who is intelligent and moral, and a service that enriches the community. This is the stuff that we like to thrive on, and we help build with our students here at Wheeling. We want to make sure that you're not just going to be a great student while you're here at Wheeling, but going to be a great person afterwards once you leave and graduate. Here, like I said, we're not just building on academics, but we're building our students from a personal standpoint. We want you guys to kind of find your strengths, kind of adapt to your new surroundings and learn how to be a better person at the end of the day. Student life, probably a lot of people are wondering what is there to do in Wheeling, West Virginia. We have tons of clubs and organizations. If you're not part of any athletic program, you will have free access to viewing all the sporting events, and also too, you're going to be around a lot of the local people from this area, so you're going to be, interacting with them within the campus area also. Here is the list of majors and interests that we have. If there's not a club or a activities group that is located here on this list, one perk is that since we are small, that we can basically create almost any other club or activity group that may not be on this list. Here at Wheeling, we are a Division II in most of our sports. On the men's and women's side, as you can see, that are listed are Division II. The only Division I program that we have is our men's rugby team. Things to do in the area. We're only located about 25-30 minutes from Ogilvy Park. About 10 minutes is Wheeling Park. There at Wheeling Park, there's tons of different things to do. There's also ice skating in the wintertime, and there's a lot of hiking trails if you're more of an outdoorsy person. Also located about 15 minutes from campus is the Wheeling Nailers. They are a minor club team. A lot of the guys usually end up in the NHL, so it's always a good time to go. They have different sponsor events there also. And there's also a lot of different festivities and festivals that happen throughout the year also. This is just a quick look of what we offer from a course standpoint, from the academic side of things. here at Wheeling, you're not just going to be, you know, studying within your major. You're also going to be studying from your core. So you're going to get a little bit of everything from a communication standpoint, social sciences, ethics, math, and natural sciences. Here's a list of our programs of study. It might not be the biggest list, but, you know, I think we like to kind of focus on what we are best at. So here with our classes, you're going to get a lot of one-on-one time with your professors, which is great to have because you're going to be, you know, really understanding the problems that you may not understand. You're working with your, you know, faculty and your professors the whole time compared to, you know, some bigger universities where it might be a GA or a teaching assistant. This is the admissions process. You know, we are rolling admission. There is no deadlines. We do have a free application. If you are on the Common App, feel free to send us your Common application. You just need the Common App or go on our website, the Wheeling University website for our online application. Fill that out and send in our transcript. Even though it says test scores, currently right now we are test optional. Hopefully we hear this summer also what's our move for being test optional. If you are a student that has College Credit Plus, we do transfer in those credits if possible. And we do have individual campus visits Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. With the admissions process, it's very simple. We are just looking for a automatic acceptance GPA of a 2.75. If you happen to fall below that, please don't worry. You will just have to go through an extra step in the process and, you know, just give us some additional materials, but we'll get to that point once we cross that bridge. Every student also gets a merit scholarship, so please feel free to test your luck. Scholarships range from $8,000 to $16,000. And with that said, I'll put the additional information in the chat box, so feel free to contact me with any additional questions you may have.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Next up, we have Glenville State College.
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, great. Sorry. Again, sorry for the technical difficulties earlier. My name is JD Hensler. I'm here with Glenville State College. We are located centrally in West Virginia, right off Interstate 79, which connects Charleston to Pittsburgh. I'm representing the admissions office here at Glenville. So this slide is a slide of, oh, sorry about that. Oh, geez. Okay, so this slide is the slide of our admissions office. These are all three counselors that you can get in contact with anytime. The caller code here on the state represents the counties in West Virginia that these counselors represent. But here's their contact information in case you guys have any more questions. These are the people that you can contact about any questions you have about FAFSA, about SAT scores, about potential classes, schedules, anything involving admissions. So these are a list of our academic departments. We do offer 4-year degrees, 2-year degrees, and degrees fully online if that's something you choose. I personally majored and got a bachelor degree in psychology, and it was a very great experience. We are extremely popular and nationally ranked in our criminal justice, as well as our land resources and surveying. Those are probably our two most popular degrees here on campus, mainly because of criminal justice. We have 3 department heads who have had 15 plus years experience as detectives in major cities such as Baltimore, Chicago, and Houston. And land surveying, we have a 100% job rate out of college. So we've had a lot of success here with our land surveying degrees and forestry degrees, but we offer many degrees. A new program we are very excited about, we are partnering with Marshall University on 3 different majors. Athletic training, you do 3 years through Glenville State College, and then you'll do the remaining 2 years through Marshall. and you will have your master's in 5 years. We also do the same with accounting. You spend the first 3 years with Glenville, the next 2 years with Marshall, and you have your master's in accounting. And we have a doctorate program where you do 4 years of pharmacy degree with Glenville, 3 with Marshall, and you come out in 7 years with your doctorate. So we're super excited about this partnership, and we're hoping to have our nursing program and our education program master set up through Marshall here soon. We do have virtual meetings with our education and land resources department right now. So any students that are interested in those majors, you can go to this link every Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. for education, and every Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. for land resources. And you can meet with different department heads, and they can give you all the information you could want in those departments. A little bit more about our college. We have our athletics. We are a Division II school competing in the Mountain East Conference, which is primarily colleges from West Virginia. We have the list of our athletics here at the top of the screen. We are extremely proud of our Waco Center, which is where our basketball arena is. It's also where our acrobatics and tumbling team competes, as well as our volleyball teams. Our women's team has been extremely successful over recent years, winning 3 out of the last 4 conference championships. We have really great facilities. Our weight room, a new $350,000 installation here recently. We have turf football fields, turf baseball fields, and we just recently added an esports team for those who are interested in playing video games in college. We have over 20 different video games you can join on the esports team, and we are actually building our new arena and hosting soon West Virginia's high school esports tournament. So we are super excited about the upcoming things for our esports department. Now, so getting started, if you would like to apply, we have here our codes here. We are free to apply to, and we are also non-binding. So if you apply to us, that does not mean that you have to attend this college. It just gives us your information, and we are always more than willing to work with people and set up tours, whether it be virtual or in person. We do give in-person tours. I know that there are some colleges that don't do that right now, but we are very excited and happy to say that we have been giving in-person tours all year, and we love for people to reach out and do tours with us. So the FAFSA opens on October 1st. We do not require test scores for scholarships. We do offer merit scholarships and state scholarships. We are the most affordable 4-year college in the state, and we are very proud of that. So we encourage people to apply and to come here because it's a very obtainable and cheap education. I want to thank you guys for having me, and I hope you guys can set up a tour online and visit our campus. And that is all I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, so if everyone could turn their, or just be present, either unmuted or turn your camera on, we are going to go in the same order. And if you could briefly answer this question, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? First up is West Liberty University.
Okay, first of all, so sorry it's so dark in here. Biggest piece of advice is do your research and don't settle. You all are doing your part already by looking at a variety of schools throughout West Virginia, but definitely continue looking at big schools, small schools, public, private, in-state, out-of-state, because as a traditional first-time freshman, you only get to do this once. You can always go back, but fresh out of high school, you get to do this once. So just make sure that it's a decision that you, you'll be happy with the rest of your life.
One big piece of advice that I would give, it might sound a little bit silly, but I know whenever I was in high school, what made me decide that I wanted to go to Marshall was that I just decided to go on a campus tour and visit the campus. And Marshall was not originally where I had set in my head that that was where I was going to go. And then I went on campus and I just felt home there. And I felt like it was somewhere that I could very easily see myself for whoever knew how many years. And now it's been 6 years and I'm still there. So I could not be happier. That is one of my biggest pieces of advice. Go toward the schools you're interested in. Like I mentioned, just to plug again, Marshall, we are doing a Green and White Day on campus open house, and you can find that at marshall.edu/experience, which I just typed over in the chat.
Kind of to piggy off that, I also encourage to visit somewhere that you definitely want to visit, or that you're definitely considering, but also just relatively considering, because once you get your feet on the campus, if you're able to, hopefully you can with everything going on, it gives you a better feel of where you're going to live for your next 4 years. But I guess the silver lining to all this is you can also have opportunities to visit places out of state like us. So that's a little bit further away. We have all kinds of different visit opportunities on campus or online. If you go to concord.edu/visit, everyone else has a visit opportunity here as well. And I also encourage you to ask questions. Every now and then I'll get someone say, I'm sorry, and they apologize for questions. But I think if they didn't ask questions, it might not be something necessarily they would see anywhere else, or otherwise a Google search. So feel free to always talk to admissions counselors.
Yeah, I completely agree with Amy and Matthew. So visiting the campus is definitely my biggest tip to give you guys, just because you'll get there and you'll be like, okay, this is for me, or you'll know it's not, because you'll get that feel. But also going off of what Amy just said about asking questions, like we're all here to support you throughout this whole process. And even if it's not about our university, we're still more than happy to help you guys, because our biggest thing is we want you guys to get your education. So just always ask those questions. Even if you think it's silly, ask it, because honestly, you're probably not the only person that's needed to know it. Okay. Thank you guys so much for your time tonight.
Yeah, honestly, I think all the other reps basically hit it on the head. I mean, everything I thought of, someone else already said it. Definitely visit as many campuses as you can, just because you really don't know where home's going to be until you actually step foot onto a campus. I know my pursuit to college was a little bit different just in athletics, but as soon as I went to my alma mater, I just knew exactly that's where I wanted to spend the next 4 years at. So definitely try to visit as much as you can, and definitely ask a ton of questions. I know despite, my little hiccups during the presentation, I promise I always do my best in person, answering questions, working with, students and the families, just because I like to leave my bias aside and I always want to do what's best for you as the student. So definitely ask those hard, tough questions that, you might be a little bit scared to. And I promise it seems like everyone here is, in the position to do what's best for you guys. So feel free to ask us those hard, tough questions. It will definitely point you out to the right direction for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to reiterate kind of what everyone else said. Definitely the best thing I think you can do is visit a campus, get a feel for it. That's really the only way you'll know if you actually want to be at that college or not, and really utilize your admissions counselors, because they can put you in contact with department heads and anybody in your department that you plan on studying with. And I think that's usually the most helpful thing, is being able to kind of be prepared for what you're going to look forward to, whether it be schedule wise, class wise, or, just anything you might need. And I think that admissions counselors aren't utilized enough sometimes. So I definitely encourage that. Definitely ask questions. Don't be afraid to figure out anything you need to know, because it is a very big decision, and it's going to be, where you're going to be for the next 4 years. And you want to make sure that wherever you're getting your degree is somewhere where you're, proud to be, and that you're definitely sure you should be there. So don't be afraid to ask questions, and again, utilize your admissions counselors. And even things like open houses, like we're having one on April 10th and 11th starting at 10 a.m. I definitely encourage going to those. You get to meet larger parts of departments and get a good feel for kind of the entire environment of that college. So I definitely suggest anything like that.
All right, awesome advice from all of our experts. Thank you so very much. Thank you to those who could attend this or are watching this later. Again, I think all of that is great advice. Reach out to these folks. They are the experts and they're there to help you. I did put this in the chat, but when you leave here, you'll have a quick survey. You can find this recording and all of the things that were put into the chat at strivescan.com/Ohio. So thank you again. Good luck to all the students and to the parents as well. And best of luck. Have a good night.